The economy.
The death toll. Celebrities. Not unconscious. Saying more traditional.
Rugby. New Zealand.
The high up around Hamilton, Auckland and Whangarei. And that's what we're looking like.
Oh, Maddie, you're such a scream. Thank you for that extraordinary weather update. A bit of rain. Well, I never. Oh, you're watching Breakfast and I'm John Campbell, and with me in the studio is Deputy Prime Minister, New Zealand First Leader and the world's oldest octogenarian, Winston Peters. Mr. Peters, you've surprised your own government by announcing this morning that you want to stage a national referendum on whether we should change Wednesday to Winstday. So what I want to know is, where do you get the gall to
Now
do
listen, before
that?
you go any further, can I just point out I find your question line to be confrontational, willfully ignorant and actually quite offensive.
I haven't asked you a single question yet.
No, but I can read you like a book. It doesn't have many pages, and I can see the line of questioning you have in mind because it's in 72 point times Roman. Also, can I just say that you're crowding me? You're sitting so close to me that you're virtually in my lap. Mr. Campbell, do you mind moving your chair?
No, I don't mind. How's that, Mr. Peters? Is that to your satisfaction? Or would you rather put it to the public and we'll have a referendum?
You're still far too close, and I would prefer it if you got up and took a few steps to your left.
Well, I could do with the exercise. Comfortable with that?
No, keep walking. I'll tell you when you can stop. Okay, that's far enough. Now let's get on with the interview.
Mr. Peters, why is it that you think we should change Wednesday to Winstday?
Wednesday is the middle of the week. It's a bit of a non-day, isn't it? It's neither the end of the week with all the excitement that suggests, or the start of the week, when we can make a fresh start. But if we call it Winstday, then that's going to revitalise it and give people a sense of purpose, especially elderly New Zealanders, who are the backbone of this country and need to find purpose, otherwise they'll die in their sleep. Another reason is that I've been a constant in New Zealand life since anyone can remember. So why not acknowledge that by absolute... Excuse me, was that the toilet?
No! Hell no!
Come back here where I can see you, Jonathan.
May I sit down?
Of course you can sit down. I never said anything to you about not sitting down.
Oh, well, we've just run out of time, I'm afraid, but if I can just ask you, Mr. Peters, do you have any more surprises for your own government? I mean, anything else that they're not expecting? Another referendum, maybe?
No, not really. Although, come to think of it, I think we should hold a national referendum on something that a lot of people, especially elderly New Zealanders, have spoken to me about, and that's changing the name of one of the seasons.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
Spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Oh, for God's sakes, I'm out of here.
Oi, where do you think you're going?
Golly gosh, what a waste of time.
Heather de Puss Puss Meow with NZR News. Regional Slush Fund Minister Shane Jones has hit back at criticism that his use of anachronistic, overly floral and practically incomprehensible language is providing a smokescreen for a government in free fall.
Pure poppycockadoodle. It's demonstrable that I do not kowtow or conciliate and procure the applause of the rebel. Thus I decree a charge of gibberish, flumbuggery, and to bed with you. Do my nostrils deceive me, or do I smell a foreign Dutch fellow by the corporate long drop? And away with me, kakitayano.
To sport now. All Blacks coach Steve Hanson is under fire from religious groups, including Destiny Church, the Moonies and the Vatican, after announcing the historic inclusion of the union's first openly satanic player. While Sean Fitzpatrick has long been suspected of leaning to the dark side, no player in living memory has been an open follower of Beelzebub. But as Hanson told a packed press conference today, this shouldn't affect our World Cup hopes, as Japan is not a Christian country.
Well, look, we've had players with all sorts of beliefs and strange carry-ons. Half of them are covered in the sort of tattoos you used to only see in prison or pirate movies. Michael Jones, Ice, a bit of a god botherer, Sonny Bill, he's on the halal sausages. Pretty sure Justin Martin was a Freemason, come to think of it. His handshake was anything to go by, but who cares? Now all this fuss over this lad from the King Country, Louis Cypher, just because he happens to be a Satanist. As far as I'm concerned, he can paint as many pentagrams and bite the heads off chickens and whatnot till the zombie cows come home. But so long as he can pass the pill and doesn't lift his leg on the sponsor's logo, well, all power to him. Anyway, half the silver foons are femulists and one's a vego, I think, and you never go about booing them, do you? Anyway, Scotty, you look like you could be a Satanist yourself with that beard and carry on.
In a dramatic end to the press conference, Steve Hanson turned into a toad and recited the Lord's Prayer, backwards. And that's the news.